those kind of acquired titles, you may talk about that. But when it comes to names like Nana, Ni, you should register them. Besides, at the end of the day, it's the parent who decides the name. If the parent insists on that this is the name I want, that is what should be provided. But my emphasis, I just want to emphasize that it's not as if the man just, the registrar just decided to do what he likes, being, it wasn't like an attitude he took, no. He was looking at the standard, what he had come to meet. That
were you consulted personally?
About,
if you were not, is it good practice for him to issue such a major directive without consulting?
No, he didn't. I'm saying that it's not he. There's a standard. This has been there since 2009, and he was appointed in 2016, and he's come to meet that. And this has been the practice. It's just that when some people go and they say don't register Nana, they say okay, they agree. But like in a few instances, some people have said no, I want my child to register Nana, and that's why it has come out. Okay, so it is the practice that they've been doing. But now that it has come out, we are all covenant now with the sentiments of the people. And I agree, in naming people and registering, we should look at the socio-cultural context.
The LI you mentioned that it will undergo a review,
yeah,
to be visited back to Parliament. Yeah. How soon should we expect this?
We are, indeed, we are not just looking at the LI, we are looking at the main law, the Births and Deaths Registry. It was done in 1965. And now there are different trends, there are different, so we need to change it. For example, for me, it's not in tandem with our decentralization program. In those days, in that act, it requires the registrar to define districts in the country. So now their districts are not conterminous with the districts of the current district assemblies. It's not. So we'll look at in decentralization, again, it is a centralized institution. And now we're talking about decentralization, and a department under the ministry should not be a centralized institution. So this was the move that we were following to come out with a new law. Late last year, I sent a new law to Cabinet. I sent the policy. I requested Cabinet for the policy approval to do the law, and Cabinet approved. So we sent a bill to Attorney General. Attorney General has sent the bill back to us with their comments. So we are going now to use the bill and the comments to do consultations. And after the consultation, we'll come with the law. We'll come with the bill to Parliament. And then, of course, we have to take it back to Cabinet, final approval, then we'll come to. So it's a process. Having done the law, then we'll come again with regulations based on the law. And we'll try to capture a lot of these things that are in the SOP, in the regulations, rather than just directing that it should be in the standard operating procedures. What happened was that in the current LI, that was done in 1970, the registrar was directed to come up with an SOP to operationalize the Births and Deaths system. So that's why he did that. But right now, we'll try to capture most of it within the regulations. And then you all hear the debate, and then there will be contributions, and we'll come out with that. A program that we think a law and the regulations approved by Parliament guiding us in our naming and registration regime.
Yeah, very finally for me, some members believe the acting registrar deserves an apology, especially from the minority. Do you believe that he was misconstrued, and as a result, he deserves an apology?
I don't think he deserves an apology. I don't think so. I mean, sometimes it goes with the territory. You are doing your work, and then something comes up, and the public feels that, no, this is not how it should be. We are there for the public. We are there. Governance is about people. So you do something and say, no, this is not how to be. We don't agree with it. If they had not reacted, maybe we wouldn't be here today. So I think it's all good.
Well, Honorable, how would you react to this if I say perhaps you were under pressure? I mean, the directive to rescind the decision was born out of the fact that you were under pressure from the public to rescind this decision, because obviously the public were agitating about it. How would you react to it?
No, I wouldn't say so much under pressure. It's just that I also happen to agree that if somebody names the person Nana and comes to register, you shouldn't say no. Okay? If they say title, Nana as title may be a chief. You have, like the majority leader gave an example. You've grown up, you've gone and acquired chief, you've become a chief. That in that expense may be a title. But even then, if you go and gazette the name as Nana and you come to the registrar to register your name as Nana, they should oblige. They should oblige. Once you've gazetted as Nana, you've come. So, I agree that, yeah, we should look at our own socio-cultural context in naming our children. So, I don't think it's any
And this wasn't part of the initial
compulsion.
decision. I mean, at the discussion level, this wasn't part of the decision you took.
What initial level?
I mean, looking at the socio-cultural context of, our setting now, didn't you take into
No, you are not
consideration-
following me. I said there was a regulation and there is an SOP that they are following in registering births and deaths. And that SOP has been there and people have been complying. That's the process of law. It's when the process, development and law, is when people feel that this should change and this should change, and then there's generality of acceptance that this might change. Then you change accordingly. That's the process of